All right, just wanted to cue you in real quickly what I'm up to here. I'm doing the trim along the edge of the roof line here. I'll show you in a second. But I have a little 2-inch, I think it's 2, it might be 2 1/4. It's for the 70 millimeter pads, and the only place that I've seen that actually has these are Buff Daddy. But this is the normal 3-inch backing plate that comes with the roof edge machine. So you can see the size difference. This is quite a bit bigger. So I want this, just because I want to hit this little roof rail. It's a shadow line trim. I want to hit it with something a little more aggressive. The rest of the car looks good. So I'm gonna do the rest of the car with, I've already buttered the pad and did the other side. I'm gonna do the rest of the car with 4500 and a finishing pad. So this is Menzern SF, or SIP, Super Intensive Polish, 1500. So just to cue you in, I already did this trim because it was so swirled out. It was driving me crazy. Did it about a month ago, but I didn't do this section. You really can't see the swirling, but as I grab the light and check the carbon roof and check the rest of the paint, all the rest of the paint looks good. So all it needs, I just want to jewel it up before I put the last step on. But I'd already done these, and there's C-Quartz UK on here. I'm just going to do the normal wax and stuff here. So the rest of the car I'm going to do with, I'll show you here in a second, but the rest of the car I'm going to do with my traditional SF4500 and a finishing pad. The paint looks good enough that I don't feel the need to use a one-step like a yellow polishing pad with an SF4000. I think I really only need to jewel this up. I don't need any corrective. The paint looks really good. And even I think I did the last maintenance correction 10 months ago, something like that. I added Colinite once, added the Hydro 2 once, which didn't really work. They didn't work together. But other than that, car's been pretty good. Beating wasn't as good, so that's why I threw the Hydro 2 on just to see how it would work. But I am going to need to hit the trim just to get that dialed. It's getting a little splotchy, but the Geon held up really well. Mostly the reason it's splotchy is because I stripped the wax off, so it probably messed up some of the trim. The windows are still good with the Geon view on the windows. So let me wipe this off, and then I'll work on polishing, just jeweling up the paint. Okay, so I don't intend to make this like an let's say all weekend project. I was about to say all day project. This is I just wanted to get the M3 dialed in. I'm gonna do the same thing to the GT3. Paint looks good. This is step, I guess, 4. Again, step 1 was get the wax off the car, get whatever sealant or wax or coating or whatever it is off the car, or at least stripped and prepped. Second is iron out. So we decontaminate, the second set of decontamination was get the iron out. Third step was to clay bar, or in my case, this case, auto scrub the car. And here's the good news: is when you take care of your paint, you don't have to work super hard at it. You can just knock it out real quickly. And then now, fourth step is to jewel up the paint. So I'm gonna polish it. So the first thing I always do is get my light out. So I get my Fenix T35U, get the light out, and I check the paint. White is really hard to see imperfections anyway, but it's something you want to check out just to see if I needed to actually do a real compound or do like a one-step polish with a SF4500 and like a yellow Rupes pad or something like a medium polish pad. So obviously no FG400. I'm not doing SF4000. I'm doing the simple SF4500 with a Rupes finishing super ultra fine pad, and we're going to just jewel up the paint. So I'll take you through that. So the idea of this little series here is I want to make a sort of a short version just so you can see quickly if you're wanting to go back and do a quick brush up on your car and you just want to watch how I do it. So what I'm going to do is spread it for this. We've already explained the pad with SF4500 Menzerna, which of course they call something different now, but that's what I'm going to call it because I don't remember what they call it. It's probably like 3800 or something like that. So I'm going to spread with minimal pressure on 4. Speed doesn't matter here, just get it on the paint, spread it around evenly. I tend to do bigger areas. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I tend to do bigger areas when I'm finished polishing because it doesn't really matter. I'm not as concerned about getting out scratches and things because there aren't any. Releasing pressure. Just the weight of my hand is on it. Now I'll just let the orbital do its thing. Good enough. So if I continue to take good care of the paint, wash it properly and don't scratch it up, then this is all I really need to do once every, I don't know, again, this is 10 months and I'm just making the paint 100% where it's 95 prior to doing that. It just really jewels it out and gives me a mirror finish in order to put my last step on. And I'm going to put Colinite or Menzerna Power Lock top with Colinite. So it's amazing the difference. I mean, you have to really know what you're looking at, but the difference in seeing the mineral white, seeing the pearl and the metallic come out after doing a finishing polish. So this was step 4 in the process of doing what I call a maintenance correction, and looks good. So we'll keep working on this.